So I'm a real Austrian.
Yeah.
You know, bona fide Austrian. Here's my birth certificate. This is the copy of the, not a copy, this is a picture of the original.
Real thing, yeah.
So there you go. I was born in 1928, and I came of parents who came from Poland, where they had lived in the ghettos, and they were persecuted as Jews even before Hitler ever came. If you ever saw a Fiddler on the Roof, did you see Fiddler on the Roof? Did you see it? In the little towns, they call it shtetls.
Yeah.
You know, they were always pogroms and attacks, and they so it was never good for the Jews in Poland. But somehow in Germany, in Austria, it was before Hitler. It wasn't so bad because Jews in Germany and Austria, of course, they were the ultra-Orthodox who don't assimilate. But the people who came, they assimilated, they took advantage of all the universities and the medical schools and everything that was available. And so a lot of the Jews of Germany and Austria considered themselves actually German first and Jews second. And it wasn't until a little bit too late that they decided that no matter what they considered themselves, even if they have just a drop of Jewish blood, if there was an intermarriage or something, even if they just had a drop of Jewish blood, they were considered Jewish and subject to persecutions and all the horrible things that happened to the Jews. So my parents, after they got married, they moved from Poland, and they went to live in Vienna, which was a more enlightened city. And my father, I told you before, my father was in the Austrian army. He was a patriotic Austrian, and we were Orthodox Jews, actually, not ultra-Orthodox, but we were Orthodox Jews in Vienna. All right, I'll change to slide 5. All right, there's my family.
Okay.
There's my family, also family picture. This is me in my mother's lap, and that's my sister and my brother. And I'm just giving you the background with these pictures. All right, you can go on to the next slide. These were my grandparents. They lived in Poland. This was my father's father, as well here, and his mother. All right, you can go. And now these were, you can see the difference in social class even there, because my father's parents were much more affluent. These were my mother's parents.
Okay.
All right, also from Poland. All right, you can go with the slides. This is a picture of me and my brother, and my sister and my brother. All right, you can go. I'm just giving you this as a background, all right? Now, I don't know, according to this, I should have the wedding picture, but let me tell you about it. No, go. Here, my sister went, she had already graduated, and went to school for 4 years, like in a public school, and then you took a special exam if you wanted to go. There was a very distinguished Jewish high school. You had to pass an exam, an entrance exam, to get in. And this was my sister's class. This is my sister who died 2 years ago, and probably all these people all have been exterminated, or some might have escaped.
Are they all Jews here?
They were all Jewish boys and girls. Yeah, and or let's see if we can go. All right, now I'll tell you what this is. This is my father's identity card. He was a bona fide, Austrian. This was my vaccination certificate. All right, we can go. I'm just going to give you a little background with this. This is Heimatschein. This was mine, actually. It has my name on it, Lily Bickel. It means that you're a bona fide Austrian. You had so much identification. You know. This is another word. Heimat means homeland. This is my homeland certificate. All right, go. This is my mother's and father's wedding. They got married in Poland, then moved to Vienna. All right, go ahead. This is my mother's wedding picture, and this was a brother and his wife, and their daughter and son, and this was my mother's parents, and this is another mother's brother. And now, all of them, with the exception of this guy who grew up, he went to medical school in Prague, Prague is right next to Poland. And I'll tell you about him. He survived the Holocaust, And she was married, and I'll show you her wedding picture. And she was a beautiful girl, and she had a little baby, and she and the baby got killed, and her husband survived, and I'll tell you about him later too. Okay? All right, you can change that. Now, as a matter of fact, coming back, you don't have to go back to the thing, but coming back to my mother's family, we heard later on from somebody who escaped Poland that there was one night when the whole family was herded into a synagogue, and they locked them up, and the synagogue was set on fire, and with the blood from their fingers, they wrote a message to my mother, who was already in America then, and my mother's brother, who was a dentist in America, who brought our family here, that that they should remember, and they send their love. Somebody who survived that incident reported back to us in America that they used the blood of their fingers to write on the walls of the synagogue. Now, here is another part of the family that moved from Poland. My father's brother here moved to Germany, and he was very assimilated. He wasn't that religious anymore, and this is his daughter. She's still alive. She's in her 90s now. She's in America. But all these people, you get a picture just from one family. For me, all the people, and some that I don't have pictures of, that are not here anymore for only one reason. And these were intelligent, bright people who would have contributed and could have contributed so much to this world. All right? Now, my father was an honest businessman. He had a store. Let's see, we should have another picture of kids with neighbors. All right, let's go. This is my cousin, the one you saw, the young girl, and that's her husband, and that's